Quinnipiac had a backup goalie named Jacob Myers. I still have his nameplate on my son's door.
So
You gave it to me.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, it's spelled differently, but yeah. Somebody got caught.
Wyatt, I've met Wyatt before. Wyatt, you've been here before, haven't you? Haven't you? We're going to take 12 minutes.
I have not actually seen what's happening when I'm shooting.
What phone was the other day?
The phone was the one who was trying to block the pass across. Kessler was the other.
Kessler got caught.
I don't know if Kessler got caught or if Nelson was just. I'm not sure. What Nelson was on the face off.
Oh, through that. In overtime.
Yeah. Nelson on the face off.
Nuts.
So how long have you been doing this?
2077? Yeah.
Full circle.
That's fantastic. So when you were the blues camp, you went as a blues camp, you attended as a player, so you've been playing hockey a long time. Wow.
All right, just a few things here. Minnesota will be here in just a few minutes. Shortest overtime championship game in history tonight. The previous record was all the way back in 1977. Wisconsin beat Michigan 6-5 in Detroit. That game ended 23 seconds into overtime. 15th overtime game in the national championships, a new record high on championship day. 85 degrees officially here. Breaks the record of 82.9 set in 2012 here. And if you're wondering about next year in St. Paul, the range on championship day is anywhere from 32 degrees to 61, so we got a chance. Attendance 19,444, which is third all time for a championship game. Number one, of course, at Ford Field in Detroit back in 2010, 37,592. Number two was Chicago in 2017 at the United Center, 19,783. And then we have tonight, 19,444. Great job here. Minnesota's on their way. Charlie Baker, the NCAA president, was here tonight. Ned Lamont, the governor of Connecticut, also here, if you're not aware. All right, we will start with some opening thoughts from Coach Motzko and then take your questions for the players. Bob?
Well, first and foremost, congratulate Quinnipiac and Rand. That's his third trip to that game, and he does a heck of a job. And you tip your cap to Quinnipiac. And for us, that is, we had it. We had it. That one's going to sting. That's a crusher.
Okay, questions for the players right here.
Yeah, Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports here in Tampa. Gentlemen, we know this is the last place you want to be right now. Can you just express your emotion right now, going from the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat?
Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, the last place you want to be. Proud of our group, and I mean, we played well tonight and all year, and it's tough to come up short.
Rhett?
Yeah, I just think through this game, it really showed how connected we were and just feelings of love for each other and connection. So I'm just really thankful to be a part of this group and just a level of God, you know, any outcome, all glory to God in it. And I'm just thankful for this team and this group. We're all supporting each other and lots of love.
Okay, further questions for the players right here?
Guys, Quinnipiac limited your shots on goal in third period to 2. What did they do specifically during that period that was so hard to play offensively?
Rhett?
Could you repeat the question, please? Sorry.
In the third period, what did Quinnipiac do specifically defensively that limited your shots on goal?
I mean, yeah, obviously they're an older, stronger group. Not necessarily stronger. I think our group is insanely strong, but obviously they're shut down and they're a very systemized team. You know, we stuck to our game plan, but it was just a tough game. You know, it's hard to comment on this right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, further questions for the players in front here?
Chris Eckes, Gopher Puck Live. Only one team can win the last game of the year. Win or lose, this is the last game that some of your guys are going to play on your team. Can you guys talk about the group you had this year and sort of, Rhett, you talked a little bit about how connected you were, how together you were. Just talk a bit about the guys.
Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, we really did have a special group. obviously with the talent we had, but it was much more than that. Just a lot of really nice guys, and that's what makes it so tough. Like guys moving on. Yeah, we really had a good, nice group of guys.
Rhett?
You know, through this experience, I think it's only going to make our group stronger. You know, of course, we would have loved to come out with the win, but I think something like that, it allows us to drive forward. And for the guys moving on, I think it's going to allow them to have more motivation to become the great player that they're meant to be.
Jess?
Jess Myers from the Rink Live. Aaron, it's been said that frustration is a wasted emotion, but when there wasn't the ability to make some of the plays you've made in the past, how do you think your team did kind of controlling its emotion, and what did Quinnipiac do to kind of disrupt, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, Quinnipiac, obviously, they were coming out hot. Second and third period, they were making a push, and you know, we did the best we could to keep it under control. But you know, they're a good team, and they played well too.
Okay, Randy?
Randy Johnson, Minneapolis Star Tribune. Aaron, what was said between the third period and overtime in the locker room? What was the message?
I mean, just keep going. Like we were confident with where we were at, and you know, we just wanted to keep playing how we're playing, and just didn't turn out.
Okay, anything else for the players? Okay, guys, we'll let you go. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We'll continue on with Coach Moscow. Okay, right here.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports. Coach, it appeared, and I could be totally wrong, that in the third period you were just dumping and chasing to get it behind them and hanging a forward back so they wouldn't get an odd man rush. Was that the case?
No, not by design. We did change. We changed our neutral zone in the second period, and it worked. Like we stopped their zone entry. You know, they were making a push. I tip your hat to Quinnipiac. They're very difficult, but we were in the right spot. Turn the puck over for one. Second one never should have went in. You know, that was an unfortunate situation right there. So we had a chance. I mean, I'm crushed. We just have a wonderful group. I mean, the love in that room for that group. I'm just crushed for them and for all of us. Our fans were fantastic. We were in a good spot.
Okay, for further questions in the back?
Bob, you talked about how
Could you
close
identify
this.
yourself, sorry?
Sorry, Dylan Laux from Gopher Hole. You talked about how close this team was, but for you, you've obviously coached a lot of teams and players before. Like, what would you say about this team and where it ranks?
Well, I don't really rank teams. You know, I kind of got into it yesterday. When you're in this profession, you get so close to, you know, your players. And, you know, the program I left, I had tremendous love for that program and all the players that came through. When you get older, they all played on the same team. I can't differentiate what year they were. They're all on the same team for me. And this group was special for this year. We had no hiccups all year, like not one. We just went through the season with great leadership. You know, you always have a little adversity. I don't think we had any. That doesn't happen very often.
Okay, anything further for Coach Motzko? Good, thank you, Bob, appreciate it. We have Quillen, Metza, and Tellier. Somebody still out on the ice? Are they still out on the ice? Oh, it is. Yeah. It was, yeah. Shortest championship game. Previous shortest game was 23 seconds into overtime. March 26, 1977. Wisconsin 6, Michigan 5 in Detroit. Page 61 of the record book is for reference. 23, yeah, 60-23. 6023, yeah. I'll repeat just a few things. If I repeat it and you've already heard it, well, digest it again. Yeah. 19,444 was the attendance, which is the third most attended championship game of all time. Second in arenas, of course, Ford Field in Detroit in 2010, 37,592 was our record. Chicago in 2017, we had 19,783. And then here tonight, 19,444. Tampa's also 5th as well in 2016 with 19,358. So obviously some great attended championships here. It was 85 degrees officially outside today, which set a new record for the warmest temperature on a championship day, eclipsing the mark of 82.9. Which is again right here in Tampa, 2012. 80 degrees in Pittsburgh in 2021. Those are our top three, and a peek into St. Paul next year. Range is from 32 degrees to 61 degrees. So we got a fighting chance. That's what prompted us in 2018 to look up the record for coldest day, because it was 32 on April 7th. And we'll be on April 13th, so it'll be a week later next year. The last feline to win a national championship, in case you were wondering, was back in 1991 when the Northern Michigan Wildcats won. Only two other felines have won both CC. That was in 50 and 57, the Tigers. Yeah. I mean, this is compelling stuff. Oh. Yeah, it was up there. 16, 29, 23. 16, 23, 29. The all-tournament team was on defense, Luke Middlestat from Minnesota, Zach Metza from Quinnipiac. Forwards, Jacob Quillam from Quinnipiac, Logan Cooley from Minnesota, Colin Graff from Quinnipiac. Peretz in goal for Quinnipiac, and Quillam was the most outstanding player. First ever Rand to win a national championship as a head coach, first name. Some goods. Yeah, goods. I mean, you talk, oh yeah, not bad. 31st arena that we played a national, for a Frozen Four, and 31st arena, 19 centers, 9 civic centers, 4 gardens, 2 forums, 2 auditoriums, 2 war memorials, 2 stadiums, 1 coliseum, 1 field house, 1 pond, and 1 field. That's kind of the obligatory rundown every year for you all. Next year, April 11 and 13 at the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul, as I think everybody's aware. Expect tickets to go on sale in late October. If you haven't met, did you meet Marvin? Marvin the Martian is the media mascot for the Frozen Four. 1999 he was born, so 25 years ago. A little older than you yet, huh? I know. Like to just remember our friend John Barkin. Some of you know John. He was left us way too early. Well, no, players, yeah. Okay, good. Bring the players in. Why not, guys? Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Oh, good to see you again.
Oh, yeah, me too. I like the netting. Oh, I saw them all TV. Yeah, that was great. All right. Here we have the national champions. How does that sound, guys?
That sounds pretty good.
Coach? Let's start with your thoughts, if you don't mind, please.
First, I'd just like to congratulate Minnesota on an amazing season. Coach Motzko, Killer, they did a great job. Like, just outstanding people, outstanding coaches. They had a great team. And in terms of winning tonight, like it's awesome. It's awesome. That's I don't even know if I can even talk up here. Just awesome. So we're excited. I'm so proud of these guys. Great group. It's awesome to see all my alums in the stands, and it's I can't even put it into words, I guess. I'm struggling. Usually I don't have trouble talking, but yeah. I'm struggling right now. But anyway, let's move on.
Okay. We'll take your questions for the players. Jimmy.
Thank you, Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. If Zach and Jacob, could you take us through that play? It looked like a set face-off play, and how much do you kind of work on that play?
Who wants to start, guys?
I'll start.
All right,
yeah, it's a neutral zone face-off play, I guess. You just attack the middle, and Lipper made an unbelievable pass back to Quills, and I mean, a crazy finish. I had a great view of it. It was awesome to watch.
Jacob?
Yeah, it is a set play, I guess. We work on it a little bit. Thankful it worked out.
Did you work on it today?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, Leo, right here. Right. We'll get the mic over there, promise.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports for all the players. Speaking of face-offs, you won almost 60% of them. How important is that during the game when you're winning face-offs 6 out of 10 times?
Jacob.
I mean, yeah, it's everything. It's the start of the play. We take pride in, being detailed in the dot. We're detailed in the dot. It helps out a lot.
Christoph, what about those face-offs? We got to get you in here. in
Oh,
here?
I mean, our guys are great. We've got Skylar up there. He's just winning a lot of draws. Quills did a great job. Our four centers are just good at it. Everybody's a five-man face-off. Everybody digs in. Coach always emphasizes on that, so I think we did a great job tonight, and it helped us get the win.
Okay, right here in front.
Cameron Levasseur, Quinnipiac Chronicle. Boys, how's it feel?
Zach?
I don't even know if it's really sunk in yet. It's been a crazy journey. For it to be a goal at the beginning of the year and for us to come through. I'm happy for all the alums and the guys that came before us that set the foundation that we were able to grow from. Bunch of them were in the stands today and reaching out and supporting us through this whole journey, and they've been awesome. So, and even the fans, we had amazing fans here. We had amazing fans in Bridgeport. So I'm happy for everyone, all the students back at Quinnipiac, all of our supporters. Couldn't do without them, but it's a dream come true.
Jacob, how does it feel?
It's unreal. I mean, we're such a close group of guys. Everyone's best friends on the team. You know, I love every single one of these guys. We put our sweat and tears in every day working at the rink, and you know, we had a tough way to get to the final, but you know, we battled every day. Feels unbelievable.
Christoph, that puck went in, won the game. What was going on? What was going through your mind? Take us through it.
I don't really know, to be honest. Zach just made a real good play. I went to net stick on the ice and went in, but credit to this group of guys. We're a family, and we got it done. So.
Did you jump up and down? We were back here. We didn't really see you.
No, I didn't really jump. I tried to stay calm, but yeah, it was a great feeling.
All right. In the back, Ryan.
Ryan Kennedy from the Hockey News. A question for Jacob. You had a big jump in points this season, and of course a really big Frozen Four and named outstanding player. What can you attribute that growth in your game to? What do you think went right for you in particular this season?
During the summer, I stayed back at school and worked with Coach Burgess all summer. I think that really paid off. But I mean, a lot of good guys left last year, like Bonjo, Oliver Chow, and I wanted to step up. But then also we got great players like Metza, Telly, Lipkin, Graf. I mean, they're unbelievable to play with. I mean, I credit to them too.
All right, Wyatt, right here in front. There's the mic, Wyatt. All right.
Wyatt Ross, Tampa Bay Sports Commission. What advice would you give to any younger viewers hoping to be in your shoes today?
Who's that for, Wyatt? Who do you want to answer it?
Any three of them.
Any of the three of them?
Maybe the captain over there.
All right, Zach.
Believe in yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone's got their own path, their own journey. Some guys bloom later than others. Like for me, for instance, when I started at Quinnipiac, I was in the lineup. I was battling to just get ice time, and you know, I was always raised right. I was always told just keep my head down, keep working, stay in your lane, and that's what I did. So my advice to younger players who want to be in this position is just, you know, work in the dark, work in silence. You don't need to show it off on social media and all that. Just put in the work every day, be consistent with it, and don't compare yourself to others. Everyone's on their own path.
That's pretty good advice, huh, Wyatt? Bernie?
Bernie Corbett, Hockey on Campus, Sirius XM NHL Radio. First of all, Rand, thank you for doing Hockey on Campus, Sirius XM NHL Radio this morning. Wanted to ask you about what went through your mind, I'm sure, about
This is for the players. We're on the players, Bernie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Keep up. You got to keep up. You've been doing this for a while. You know how it works. Here.
Ryan Johansson, QBSN. Your teammate Colin Graff just tied the single season points record for your program. Could you talk about his impact this year?
I mean, he was unbelievable. He was our best player all year. Brought you know, a dynamic element to our forward crew, and him, Quills, and Lipper all year found a chemistry that was unbelievable and carried us a lot through the year. And he's a special dude. He works his bag off the ice. He puts the time in everywhere he needs to, and I'm happy for him. He was unbelievable this year.
Mick.
Mick Hand from the Rink Live. Christoph, you guys get down 2-0. What kind of started kind of turning the tide of that game? And obviously, I mean, you had a big goal there, but.
We were kind of nervous to start the game, to be honest. Pucks were just bouncing off our sticks. We just tried to calm it down, hold on to pucks a little longer, establish our game plan, move our feet, and then worked out for us. Just unbelievable.
Back row there on the left, guys.
Owen Gunn, WTV Sports. Zach, this one's for you. I mean, you talk about just like being so happy for the alumni. Just what kind of impact have they had on you?
For me, it started my freshman year with the senior class and the leadership that I had coming in that just set the tone for us freshmen. That kind of, whenever we strayed away, they brought us back, kind of kept us on a tight leash, but they were awesome and they showed us the way, and it allowed us, as you know, we got older and became part of the leadership group, like we were able to pass it down to the younger guys. And then the other alumni that I didn't get the opportunity to play with, they've been reaching out left and right. They're asking what they can do, like Devon talking to us and giving his advice. And then, I can't even list all the other alumni, but I saw a bunch of them with tears in their eyes in the stands after the game. Like, it's unbelievable how deep Bobcat blood runs. And it means so much that we were able to bring this championship to them.
In the back, right behind you. In the back, right behind you. Turn around. Yeah, good. Thank you.
Ryan Solomon, Quinnipiac Barstool. Zach, what are your thoughts to the people back home in Hamden who are watching you? Is the party on or what?
We couldn't have done it without them. It is their support in Bridgeport, all the home games, even here. We had an unbelievable crowd. They were awesome. But, yeah, they better be ready when we come back.
All right, in front here, Chris.
Chris Lurch, U.S. College Hockey Online. For any of the players, guys, what was the feeling in the third period when you were dominating in shots and not able to get the equalizer and then finally getting it?
Christoph?
I think we had him, to be honest. We're in the locker room. We're a confident group, and we kind of knew we had him, to be honest. We told each other we're a family. We kept working, and it worked out for us. So we're just a family here, and so happy we got it done, to be honest.
Jacob, you want to chime in on that?
After that tying goal, we had all the momentum in the room. We were staying confident. We were taking that momentum right out into overtime and paid off.
Okay, back here in front, Mick.
Mick Hand from the Rink Live. Jacob, talk about, you guys took the timeout. Obviously, you got the power play, but what did you guys talk about in the timeout, and how quick, I guess, did you want to get the goalie off?
I think Rand pulled the goalie like 3:30. We wanted to execute our game plan 6-on-4. We practice it a lot every week. The boys executed. We got a puck to the net and jam one in.
In the back over here on the right.
Phil Jubileo, Quinnipiac Media. Christoph, this one's for you. Can you just talk a little bit about your development during the course of the season? Because as the year has went on, you've produced some big moments. Obviously tonight, the biggest one with that first goal, but it seems like it's been a building process for you.
I don't really know, to be honest. I'm just happy we won. I've worked hard all year with our training, our coach Brajesh. The guys just helped me a lot. I've got great teammates, everybody supporting me, so just happy I could help. It's just unbelievable. It's not about me, about the guys for sure.
Okay, back here.
Matthew Mugno, QBSN. For all three of you, there's so many family members of yours that have been around, not only just immediate family members, but extended friends. What does it mean to be able to see them after this? I know you haven't seen them, that haven't even really enjoyed the moment yet, but what does it mean to have that support and have that support now to go back to?
Jacob?
My brother came, supported me. He's my biggest fan. I was pretty emotional seeing him in the stands, but there's a lot of other family that have support from me. The Hankies, Mom, the Altmans. It's been great. There's support up and down the lineup from everyone.
Christoph?
I've got a lot of family here. I got my best buddy here, my family, but it's been great to be honest. Everybody's supporting us, school, our family, our friends, alumni, everybody. We felt the support from everybody, and it really helped us. And yeah, it's unbelievable having them support us.
Zach?
It means the world. I got a lot of family here. My mom, my brother, family that flew in from Colorado, Minnesota. So the Minnesota family were a little twisted on who to root for, but yeah, I mean, their support means the world. You can't do it without a good network around you, and I'm very fortunate to have that.
All right, guys, we'll let you go celebrate with your teammates. Thanks very much. Have fun.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Excellent job, guys. Excellent. Thank you.
All right, we'll continue on with your questions for Coach Pecknold. Jimmy.
Thanks, Rand. Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. How concerned were you down 2-0, and what changed, I guess? It did seem that you guys got a little bit of momentum after their second goal.
Yeah, you're always concerned when you're down 2-0 to the number one team in the nation. I don't know, like there was a lot, like we struggled a little bit in the first. I thought Minnesota was great in the first. They were causing the struggles for us, and then pucks were hitting our sticks and bouncing, and just, you know, there's just was some, we were getting bad bounces too as part of it. But we started getting a little life. I'd have to go back and watch the tape and figure out where it was. Certainly the goal was huge, but I thought we had a little life before that. And then we started to believe, and then, you know, I thought our culture was, again, on full display in the third period. I mean, we just, I don't know what the shots were, 16-2, I don't know what they were, but, you know, we wanted it. I can't tell you about the overtime goal because I still haven't really seen it because the kids jumped up because I think they thought it was going in, but I'm just so proud of these guys, and you know, we talk a lot about culture and character, but there was a lot of belief in the third period. Like, we were so positive, and we just felt like we were gonna score, we were gonna tie it, and we were gonna win this game.
Leo.
Coach, congratulations on your first national championship.
Thank you.
That
sounds really good too.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that part. We may not be having this conversation if you don't take the timeout during the power play and pull the goalie. Ultimately, it's your decision.
Yeah.
Did one of your assistant coaches suggest it, or even the players, or was this totally your call?
No, it's my call. Yeah, I almost got it. I almost did it earlier. As we all know, I like to pull the goalie. You know, I just feel like it's, you know, you're going to wait a little bit, go 6-on-5. Why not do it 6-on-4? And especially with an O-zone draw, you're probably going to take possession as we got, you know, and we practice it. And Graffer makes a great play. And really, if you watch that goal, we score that goal because Sam Lipkin is doing exactly what he's told to do. He's hiding off the back post, and the goalie knows that. And he cheats the pass, and Graffer beats him with the 5-0 goal. Like, it's that Lipkin, I don't know if you got a point on it, but that's Lipkin's goal. Like, he did his job, and it caused that confusion. And we've done it a lot over the years, just power play where we go off that back door. And obviously we got a little fortunate too, but, you know, they executed it. We don't practice it every day, but we do practice our 6-on-4. You have to be prepared, and, you know, they found a way.
Bernie.
Apology to the chair and also to Marvin.
Sorry, Bernie.
Bernie Corbett, Sirius XM NHL Radio Hockey on Campus. Congratulations, Rand.
Thank you.
Question about thoughts through your mind about your dad, your early hockey influence, hockey icon, New Hampshire Hockey Hall of Famer, conquered Eastern Olympics where you were the stick boy, played at Michigan State for a Western school, and I'm sure there were thoughts about him tonight with the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna choke me up with that one, so. Sorry. Yeah, I miss him. Sorry. I can't answer it. That's okay. That's all right. No, I miss him, and he's, you know, he's been gone a while, but. All right.
Chris.
Next question.
Oh, you're good. Okay. All right, good. Right here in front.
Cameron Levasseur, Quinnipiac Chronicle. Rand, from where you started with this program, if somebody would have told you back then that 29 years from then you would be a Division I national champion with the same program, what would you have told them?
Oh God, it wasn't even a thought. Like, it was a grind. I mean, I worked, my life was 12-hour increments. We practiced at midnight. I had a teaching job, so I'd get home from school, my job, I'd sleep 3 to 6. I'd get up, I had to go recruit because we weren't very good. And I didn't even have enough players. And we practiced at midnight, and I got home, I slept 3 to 6 a.m., and then I got out. Like, I was just survival mode. So that wasn't even we were D3, we were a bad D3 team. So it's just, you can't even believe where we were. Some of the guys were here tonight from that first team. It's incredible to do what we've done and be where we are. So, we're just excited to get it done.
In the back.
Rand, you said earlier that you.
Could you identify yourself?
Zach Hochberg, Q30 Television. You said earlier that you couldn't put a price on a national championship. Now that it's happened, can you try to put into words what the championship means?
You can't put a value on it. What it means for me or our university. It's phenomenal.
Ryan. All right, we'll just flip back. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Phil Giubileo, Quinnipiac Media. Rand, I know, and you've kind of joked about it in the past, where you talk about that 16 team and you don't play favorites, but you really love those guys. Has that opinion changed now that you have a national championship under your belt?
Yeah, we can't. As a dad and a coach, we can't play favorites. But I might be changing my mind. No, I've been so lucky the last a long time. Like we just have great group after great group, and credit to my assistants and. Mike Corbett, and before that was Reed Cashman, and Billy Riga, who's now the head coach at Holy Cross, and Joe Dumais, who's now at the 7th year. Probably the most important thing that happened for this national championship is Joe says no to union head job and comes back. And that, Joe he's a rock star. He's one of the best assistants in the game. Coach, a recruiter, just a great person. The guys love him. He helps create our culture every day. The guys just love being around him. I can't give Joe enough credit for this. He actually, if I did it over again and really thought this through, I would have brought Joe up here and put him right here next to me. He should be in here with us.
All right, Ryan.
Ryan Kennedy from the Hockey News. Just going back to the building of this program, was there a point where you thought to yourself, okay, this is the culture and it's taking hold? Because obviously there's been success before now, and this being the ultimate success.
Right. There's a lot of things. I had a lot of great kids in my early years too, but I just didn't have 26 of them every time in the locker room. I did. I had some great kids in my early years, my D3 years, some awesome kids. We just had a mix. We had some guys that good players. They weren't that committed, whatever. I always feel like that 2006 class, which is Ty Dienema and Mike Bordieri, John Kelly, Joe Dumais. I should look up who was all in that class, but they changed everything for us. We kind of went in the ECAC, and they just kind of set the tone. And we went from there. There's a lot of important people. Like the Jones twins came in. They just changed our practice habits. Connor and Kellen Jones. I wanted to get better in practice. I really felt like we needed to be better in practice so that kids would improve more. We'd have more pace to our game, and I really give Connor and Kellen a lot of credit. Matthew Pekka came in the year after them, who's he's played actually Connor's played in the NHL too, but. Once I had those three, our practices have been awesome, awesome ever since. And I think I thought it was on display tonight. I thought we were in great shape. We were in great shape. We just kept coming the whole third period. And I thought we did the same thing against Michigan. I thought we were in better shape. And that's why we want to practice hard every day.
In the back.
Gage Kilborn, Q30 Television. Rand, this is not only the first NCAA national championship in program history, it's the first one in school history at Quinnipiac. Can you describe what it feels like to bring home the first NCAA national championship to do home?
It's awesome. I was just trying to keep it together on the ice and not cry. Again, you can't put a value on it. You just can't. It's awesome.
Did you see the governor before the game?
Governor of Connecticut?
Yeah, he's here to watch your team.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
maybe I'll get a photo with him later.
Nice outgoing present too for your commissioner.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Steve
nice.
Hagwell, yeah. So he's retiring, so it's great to do something for him. He's been in the ECAC forever, pretty much. He's been there a long time. So. Okay. Oh, there he is. Excited for him and excited for him to move on with his next chapter of life. But it was awesome to have Steve here too.
Jimmy.
Thank you, Jim Conley from USCHO. Your players didn't say too much about the play you ran from center ice there at the end. Who decides, who makes the face-off plays? Is it the centers or the players that are on the ice together? Did you call it? Was it something that was called, I guess? And how often do you practice those?
We don't have a million, but we have face-off plays on all 9 dots. That one was Joe Dumais. It's his play. We have different responsibilities, who's calling different things, but I got to give Joe credit for that one.
Okay, Leo.
Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports. Coach, I'm going to steal a second one. When you walk into a recruit's house now and you show them that national championship ring, how much is that going to improve recruiting going to the future?
Yeah, it should help a lot. If you go back to our first Frozen Four run, actually, really, you go back, once we built our rink, which is phenomenal, we moved up the food chain, and then that 12-13 season, we go to our first Frozen Four, and we took a huge jump. Like, we bypassed a lot of teams. And now we've kind of steadied a little bit. We're in a good spot. We're not really up there with the big boys, getting all the first rounders. But this will certainly help. Something like this helps. The season we had, 34 wins and everything we've done, it's great. But in the end, we still need to find the right type of kid for our program. We know why we win. We know what we're good at. And we know what we don't want. You know, we cannot take a talented kid that doesn't have high character. It doesn't work at Quinnipiac.
Rand, can you just describe, put a stamp on the experience in Tampa? Obviously winning, but
yeah, I mean, well, I've said it all. Like, you know, we should be here every 4 years, every 3 years. I've been here now. This year, 16 we were here, and in 12 I was on the committee. I think it's one of the best sites. I'd put it top 3 probably that we have for the Frozen Four, and you know, we should try to get it here in a 4-year rotation. I'd love to see the committee do that.
Wyatt.
Wyatt Ross, Tampa Bay Sports Commission. What's been your favorite moment here in Tampa Bay besides winning the national championship?
Oh, I was going to say winning the national championship. Geez, that's a great question. I guess my second favorite moment was beating Michigan the other night. That was pretty good.
I saw that one coming. Sure you did.
It's a good question, though.
Yeah. What, besides beating Michigan, did you go out? Did you have a good dinner anywhere? Or?
This was a business trip.
You still have to eat, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think, anyway.
We did. Yeah, yeah. Had a good dinner at American Social. It's
Yeah.
attached to our hotel. It was great. Yeah, it's been great. My daughters went out on the Bay Rocket or the Rocket, their little, I don't know, that ship, whatever. They did that
Yeah.
today. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's an awesome place. Listen, we didn't come here. I told the guys, I went at them last Saturday hard. You know, we're not going to the pool. We're not going to the beach. I think I've said that in one of the other media things. Like, we're this, you know, we got to get the parents. I think a big thing we did well as a coaching staff was we quieted the noise. Because the parents all want a piece of them, the girlfriends want a piece, the grandparents. Like, we have some guys that have 30 people here. And I'm just like, guys, we got to win hockey games. You got to just tell them, no, I'm not going to meet you for lunch. I'm going to take my pregame nap or things like that. And I thought we kept harping on that. I did it again on Wednesday. I did it again today. I did it yesterday. Quiet the noise, and we did that. And
that'll change tonight, I imagine.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on down there now. But we'll make the plane to the charter at 10:30 tomorrow. That's all we got to make sure.
All right, Coach, go celebrate. Congratulations.
All right.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach. Great job.